You're listening to The Sports Moment,
April 24th, 2024.
part of the Sports Moments and Memories with Craig Olson podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a sports moment. Sponsored by Pemberton Law and Lake Area Docks and Lifts.
Lake Area Docks and Lifts, more than just docks and lifts. Lake Area Docks and Lifts.
A busy Tuesday on the local sports calendar. Lots of results to get to, so let's not waste any time, right? A couple of track and field meets. The Otters were over in Brainerd, and the boys finished second out of four teams. The girls were third in the team competition. The highlights, well, let's take a look. The Otter girls track and field team had the champions in the 4x800 meter relay. That's Cassie Wellman, Este Versteeg, Alexis Wellman, and Carson Lill finishing in first place in that relay event. They also had some runner-up finishes. Cassie Wellman in the 3,200 meter run and Olivia Swanson in the 800 meter run, along with Violet McCann in the 400 meter dash. That 800, you had Olivia finish second, Carson Lill third, Savannah Lee fourth, and Allie Bradenberg seventh. So what a great event that was for the Otters. Aubrey Nelson took third in the 200 meter dash, and the Otters also had another third place finish in a relay, the 4x100 relay and the 4x200 relay races. Events also were a third. And then in the throwing events, Brooke Zierden took third in the shot put. Aisling Cox was third in the discus, and Maya Fear was third in the triple jump. So lots of good performances on the girls' side. And for the boys, Jaden Miller had quite a day, won the 800 meter run, and was also a part of the second place 4x800 meter relay team, along with Tommy Erickson, David Ronovic, and Logan Bradenberg. So a great day for Jaden. Matthew Toole was second in the 1,600 meter run, and we also saw a good finish by Michael Schmidt in the 3,200 as he took third place in that event. The Otters were also third with Quinn Wynn Sheldon in the shot put and with Leighton Drouillard in the discus. And how about Antonio Parker's performance in the high jump? Went 5.6 to take first in that event. Shane Zierden was the triple jump winner, 43 feet 5 inches. And Darius Lockett won the long jump, going 19 feet and a half inch. So great performances there on the track and field competition in Brainerd for the Otters. Now, Barnesville hosted their track and field meet. DGF won the boys competition, and Minnewaska area was the girls champion. Barnesville took second on the girls side, and Minnewaska area was second on the boys side. Some of the highlights for the local runners and field event competitors, there were a few second place finishes by the Breckenridge Cowboys. Bailey Evans in the 100 meter dash, also the 4x1 relay team that featured Bailey and Tucker Schockert, Ethan Jant and David Erlinson. They were second place. Jacob Kunkel was runner-up in the high jump. And also individually, looking at the Hillcrest Comet boys, Gabe Swedenberg third in the 400 and fourth in the 100 and fifth in the 200. So Gabe bringing home some medals. A fourth place finish for Matthew Knutson in the long jump. Rothsay had the runner-up in the long jump, Carson Jensen, with a good performance on the boys' side as well. So lots of good performances there again from the athletes competing in Barnesville. What a beautiful day it was for the competition. A little windy for sure, but it was just a great day to compete in track and field at Barnesville. And they've got a strong program. The girls program has great numbers there. Let's see some of the girls' highlights. Lucia Wales from Ashby, Brandon Evansville won the 100-meter hurdles and took second in the 300-meter hurdles. Barnesville, their top finishers, Lindsay Rotz, what a start she is having to the season. She won both the 800 and the 1600. Ava Fallingstead had a good day as well. Ava wound up with the second place in the 100-meter hurdles competition, and Addison Barnes wound up with good performances as well in her events for Barnesville, taking third in the 100 and sixth in the 200-meter dash competition. So some of the highlights there for the Barnesville girls. Breckenridge girls, Mariah Coltis was a runner-up in the high jump, and the 4x1 relay team was also second. That's Parker Yagi, Haley Hansen, Brenna Ruddy, and Emily Goen. And the other top individual performances came from Hillcrest runner Kaya Fiskness, who was in second place in the 800-meter run, and the 4x4 relay team, which has had a great start to the season for the Comets, featuring Kaya and Elsa Retzloff, Emmy Berge, and Ruby Peterson, had a third-place finish in that Barnesville track and field meet. Wow. Told you there was a lot going on. That's just the track and field results. And we'll have a couple other things to report on here. But first, I want to remind you that Pemberton Law carries a legacy of trustworthy and reputable legal representation dating back to 1883. They serve you from 4 locations around the region: Fergus Falls, Wadena, Detroit Lakes, and Alexandria. And you can always get to them online, too, at pemlaw.com. That's pemlaw.com. Lake Area Docks and Lifts offers premium waterfront equipment sales, service, and installation. Best quality and service at the best prices. Just ask your neighbor at the lake about Lake Area Docks and Lifts.
Lake Area Docks and Lifts, more than just docks and lifts. Lake Area Docks and Lifts.
On the baseball scoreboard from last night, the St. Cloud Crush beat the Fergus Falls Otters twice in Central Lakes Conference play, 12-2, and then 6-3 in the second game. Brandon Evansville won 2 from Hillcrest, 13-1 and 14-3. Otter Tail Central goes to 5-0 with a 12-5 win over Monaga. Also, it was Perham 4 and Hawley nothing in the first game of their doubleheader. And then in the second game, Blaze Schmidt did something that has never been done in the history of Perham baseball. And that is, he knocked in 8 runs in a game. There have been a lot of great players that have come through that Perham program, one of the elite programs around the region. But nobody's done what Blaze did yesterday. He had 4 hits and 8 RBIs in that 14-0 win, a school record. Nice job by Blaze Schmidt. Parker's Prairie, good pitching from Nolan Steidel. 6 shutout innings. He allowed only 3 hits. Panthers win 4-0 over Sabika. And Border West defeats Hancock 9-3 and 12-1 in a baseball doubleheader. Softball, St. Cloud defeated Fergus Falls by a score of 11-4. And in addition to all of that was going on, there was also some golf. In fact, the West Central Area Knights won both of the 9-hole meets that were held yesterday in the West Central Conference as their conference play got underway. And Craig Hunter's guys won the event that was hosted by their team at Tipson Mounds. Wound up getting first place there. And then the other 9-hole event was held at the Pomme de Terre Golf Course in Morris. And the Knights won that one as well. Some really good scoring being done there as Marshall Dewey had a 36, Mitch Dewey had a 38, and the Knights were able to edge Minnewaska area by 1 stroke in that meet at Tipson Mounds. And then in Morris, they were able to edge the Morris Tigers, a hometown team, by 1 stroke as both Mitch and Marshall Dewey shot 38s, tying for second place in the competition. Charlie Hansen of Morris was the medalist in both of the events. Well, the Minnesota Timberwolves look like they have the makings of a team that could contend for an NBA championship. And last night, they were outstanding, once again, defensively especially. You hold a team like the Phoenix Suns to 93 points, and you're doing something right defensively. And they were very aggressive defensively. The Wolves challenged every shot. Anytime somebody got in the lane, it was a contested situation with Rudy Gobert stepping in. He also had some pretty good help last night defensively because the Wolves as a team really turned up the defensive pressure. Jaden McDaniels was outstanding too. In addition, McDaniels scored 25 points. That's a career best for him in a playoff situation. Wolves win 105-93, and they are up 2-0 over the Suns, heading into Game 3 on Friday night in Phoenix. So the chant at the end of the game last night, Wolves in 4. That's what the fans were chanting, that sold-out crowd. What a great crowd, what an energy-filled arena, and what a great win and a great start to this Western Conference opening round playoff series as the Wolves are up 2-0. And talk about energy and excitement. Boy, the ending to the Twins game last night, hopefully it goes a long way toward turning the corner for them because they were struggling in that game. They were down after giving up a couple of runs in the 8th inning. They fell behind 5-2, and the bats were not doing much. Well, they got 2 runs back in the 8th to make it 5-4 with clutch hits from Carlos Santana and Ryan Jeffers. And then Byron Buxton hit his first home run of the season, leading off the bottom of the 9th. He hit it off the left field foul pole to tie the game at 5. The Twins put runners on base and came through. Alex Kirilloff with a base hit with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, bringing home the game winner, a walk-off win, 6-5 over the White Sox. And the Twins have won the first 2 games of that series. Joe Ryan will try to give them their 3rd win of the series when they play tonight at Target Field with a 6:40 first pitch. This is a 4-game series, remember, and they do have a matinee game tomorrow with Bailey Ober getting the ball tomorrow afternoon. And then they hit the road for a series in Anaheim against the Angels and then on to Chicago for 3 more with the White Sox. It's a great stretch of 10 games. The Twins have started with 2 wins. Let's hope they continue that and turn the momentum around here from a dismal start to the season. Well, thank you for joining us for our podcast today, and we will look forward to visiting with you again tomorrow. Have a great day.
You've been listening to The Sports Moment with Craig Olson, sponsored by Pemberton Law and Lake Area Docks and Lifts. Produced by Sunroom Lab. Music by Blue Red Roses. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and thanks for listening.